Sunday morning. With us today is Michael Goodwin, an award-winning columnist for the New York Post. And so many things are happening. And, Michael Goodwin, what's on your mind today?
Well, good morning, John. Look, this has been a very exciting news time. In some sense, good news, and some other sense, bad news. The big thing, of course, is Iran. And I'm increasingly confident that we might be coming closer to the end than I had feared. It is looking as though the ceasefire has a good chance of holding. We don't know what the mullahs are actually going to do, but they are sounding more and more like they don't want to fight anymore. They don't want to punch. They don't want the American bombers and fighter planes above them. And I think this to me is hopeful. And of course, the price of oil falling quickly as the Strait of Hormuz is open. So I think we're on the right course right now.
I believe we are. We're on the right course. Now, what I'm concerned about is the long-lasting effects, and I guess China and Russia are not backing up Iran anymore, and I think they realize that.
Look, I think that Donald Trump proved that he was willing to back up the tough talk. And now the Iranians know it, but the whole world knows it. So I think China and Russia will most likely walk more softly in terms of Ukraine in Russia's case and Taiwan in China's case. I think that Iran has been a demonstration of President Trump's willfulness and willingness to throw a punch when he thinks the other side is not paying attention.
Yes, and Russia and Ukraine. Any opinions on that?
Look, I think Ukraine, Zelensky has said it best for a couple of years now. The Russians don't want peace. They want to just keep fighting and fighting and fighting, and they're in a war of conquest for territory and for control of big chunks of Ukraine. Putin has so far, to my knowledge, shown no serious interest in stopping the war, even though it's bleeding his country dry.
And the Russians, I spoke to General Keane last week. The Russians have lost 1,500,000 soldiers.
It's unbelievable. What a slaughter. For what? I mean, they've gained very little in terms of their goals. And what has he done to his country? I mean, this is madness.
It is pure madness. You're absolutely right. And were you surprised at the peace or the ceasefire between Lebanon and Israel?
Yes, that's good news. But I think this is only because of between the United States and Iran. Look, my one fear there is that the Lebanese government is not yet strong enough to take control of the country, because Hezbollah is like an invading army, and the Lebanese wouldn't want them to go away. But of course, they have been supported and funded by Iran. If Iran is somehow out of the terror business, then that's good news for Lebanon. But I do worry that the Lebanese government is so weak, and hopefully it will reach an agreement with Israel. But I think it's going to need some help in ridding itself of Hezbollah, which is an invading army.
Absolutely. What else is at 3 o'clock in the morning? What do you fear the most?
Well, I'll tell you what I fear. It's closer to home. It is the combination of our mayor, Mamdani, and Kathy Hochul, the governor, combined with the legislature. I think Hochul, it looks very unsteady in her policies. She was against taxes, now she's for them. I get the feeling she just cannot be trusted. Whatever she says today, she'll change it tomorrow, and then she may change it a third time. But it's not, she doesn't look stable in this way of wanting to tax the uninhabited New York City apartments as though that's going to help the city. I mean, it may raise money, but it's going to stifle construction, and many of those people simply will probably sell those apartments at a loss. Why should they pay taxes if they don't live here full time? That's the whole way the tax system works, based on your residency.
Well, Michael Goodwin, thank you for coming on this Sunday morning and bringing all our listeners up to date. And let's catch up again real soon.
My pleasure, John. Thank you.
Thank you.